You've seen RCW before, but now, this is Dusk. Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of RCW Dusk. Here we have Brandon Collins, the Spartan, coming out here first. Now this is the last show we have of RCW for you guys before the RCW Double Down pay-per-view this Sunday. So make sure you guys are all caught up by then. Once we do the pay-per-view on Sunday at Double Down in Las Vegas, what we will do is we will take a little bit of a break so that you guys can catch up. Plus it gives me time to catch up on content that I haven't done yet, or content that I've just put on the back burner until I've done all of everything for RCW. So it's a win-win either way for you guys, as we have Malachi Black of Menace coming out here. Now Malachi Black joined forces with Chris Danger in his quest to, I guess, bring RCW back to what it used to be. Whatever that is to Chris Danger, I don't know, but he's had somehow convinced John Moxley and Malachi Black to align themselves with him, as well as Lance Archer. So this is straight up terrifying, to be honest. You know, we've seen these factions emerge not too long ago. And I believe it was the season 11 premiere. And so, you know, when all of these factions had formed, or culminated at least, some of them it took a little bit more time than others, but I still don't know how Chris Danger was able to convince all of these menacing men, no pun intended, to join him here. It's very concerning. Well, let's get this going here. We got Brandon Collins here right off of Malachi Black, and look at that, good start there. Couple of quick strikes here from Brandon Collins, the Spartan. Drop kick right to the knee. Gotta love what you're seeing here from the Spartan, Brandon Collins. Now Chris Danger and Brandon Collins will meet each other at RCW Double Down in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, but there's that elbow right there, and then kick right there to the knee of Brandon Collins. Now working on that knee again is Malachi Black. Double foot stomp there. Couple of quick kicks. Malachi Black, very agile, very quick in striking ability. A kickboxer. So he has that quickness and in strikes. You know, not saying that Brandon Collins doesn't have quickness of his own, but he's going to have to figure out a way to slow down the pace of Malachi Black here. Because Malachi is not stopping. Oh, missing that maneuver there, but lands on his feet, luckily. And a DDT right there to Brandon Collins. First cover of the matchup and a kick out at one. No surprise there. Checking the kick is Brandon Collins. Now Brandon Collins starting off with that knee again. Going right after Malachi Black. There's that suplex right there. Beautifully done. Malachi Black continuing to grab at that knee, but missing that knee drop is Brandon Collins. Now Malachi tried for something there and missed it. Irish whip. Too much mustard on that. Got all the way to the outside. Count out of 20 under RCW rules here as Brandon tries to get a kick there in, and Malachi checks that kick, but oh, what a super kick right to the midsection in a right hand. Now Malachi being thrown into the barricade here. Double leg drop. Shades of Jeff Hardy there. Count of 4. Love this back and forth we are seeing here from both of these men here in this matchup. And now Malachi Black rolling him through. Look at this. Look at this submission here from Malachi. I've never really seen this from Malachi ever. Somehow he's got this leg trapped for Brandon Collins. And now Brandon easily getting out of that one. Appreciate all the support on the YouTube videos as of late as well. As RCW here, as a black mass kick landed flush onto Brandon Collins, but he got the shoulder up at 2. Brandon Collins with toughness. You know, he was told by Brian Outlaw that Chris Danger was going to replace him as soon as Lance Archer was ready to go, and hate to say it, but Brian was right. Brandon thought it was all going to be all good, just like it was in the YouTube days, but things are different now. Things aren't what they used to be. Brandon Collins dropping Malachi Black here for the cover. 2 and a kick out. Now with a couple of kicks here. Oh, tried for something big there, but offline. And all these kicks being checked here. Pretty soon nobody's going to have a good leg to do it with. And now Malachi with a kick of his own. Jawbreaker. And oh, another shot right to the face of Malachi Black. And now Brandon Collins going up top here. Brandon Collins with a moonsault, beautifully connected there. Referee's down with a 2 and a kick out at 2.5. Can't believe it here. Is Brandon Collins trying for the knee of glory here, perhaps? Oh, the fall from glory instead. From Malachi Black right onto Malachi and a kick out at 2 again. As Brandon Collins is bleeding there, didn't notice that earlier. Malachi Black refusing to go down to the fall from glory there. I thought he was going to charge up the knee of glory instead, but went for another glorious move. Hopefully Bobby Roode doesn't come up here in the booth to kill me here. As, you know, he thinks his moves are glorious. The Dragon Screw leg whip there, right onto Malachi. Now looking for the twist of fate there on Malachi Black. He landed it flush there. Into a cover. Almost got it. I still don't know what is keeping Malachi Black in this. Somehow he still is. He's trying for that moonsault and nobody home there. A little too far. Luckily for him, that's not really going to be a problem. Elbow drop. Right to Malachi Black. Malachi still down. There's another one, but Malachi able to roll out of the way a little bit. Shot right to the face of Brandon. Oh, and a clothesline all the way to the outside there as Malachi Black tries to turn this around. It's Malachi Black now right in the driver's seat as he's suffered a lot of turmoil here in this matchup, but a lot of punishment. Oh, and Malachi gonna set him up for the Black Mass kick. Boom! Right across the face of Brandon Collins. 1, 2. Almost Brandon Collins. The defiance on Brandon Collins as he was able to get the shoulder up to 2. And the fireman's carry reversal. And now the fall from glory right back on Malachi. 2. And Malachi again got the shoulder up to 2. And Malachi still in it. Nothing seems to be working here. Is it? Twist of fate right there on a Malachi. I'm throwing him over to the outside. Count of 20 under RCW rules. That rule change coming in season 7 of the regular show. It airs on Wednesdays here on Glimish. As now Brandon's had enough. He's looking to send a message to his future opponent this Sunday, Chris Danger. Former friend, now foe. Here's the Falcon Arrow right through the announce table. Right to Malachi Black, and he's wasting no time as he gets Malachi right back into the ring. Lackluster cover. 1, 2. He may have him here at a kick out. Strength of Malachi here. It's now Malachi. Oh, Malachi. The Irish whip. Oh, both men colliding here. Not sure what Malachi was intending to do there, but obviously misconnected with what he meant. He's looking for the fall from glory here. Looking for it again. There it is. Once again, fall from glory. And Brandon Collins lays waste to Malachi Black. And a message sent to his double down opponent, Chris Danger. We will see those two in a Falls Count Anywhere contest this Sunday in Las Vegas at Double Down. We will also see the return of the men's and women's Ace in the Hole matches. The briefcases make a comeback, but Brandon Collins gets the victory. Alright, folks, we have Darby Allin, our RCW Carnage champion here. Now he is defending that title against Jon Moxley in just 2 days' time at the Double Down pay-per-view, as he looks to hang on to that title. He won it in a triple threat match between Bobby Saturn, himself, and Aiden Johnson. And Darby Allin, definitely, you know, he might be small, but he is resilient. And there's no doubt in my mind that that man will walk out still Carnage champion. He just has this awe towards him. You know, he knows what he needs to do. And speaking of which, he's going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat as Austin Lee, the excellence of arrogance, comes out here, but he didn't come alone. Jason Moreno. At his side. Like I've said, we've been trying to decipher this type of relationship. I don't really know. Like we have seen on the In the Clouds interview with Jason Moreno, he had said that Austin Lee was one hell of a competitor, and you know, he didn't really elaborate on the nature of his relationship with him. So, you know, and I've mentioned, like, these two have possibly the biggest egos in RCW, and in the future, I could definitely see it implode. You know, because when you got two guys like this that have the biggest ego, as Darby Allin starts off with a quick start here. You know, when you got two guys like this that have two big egos, you never know what you're going to get. You know, it's kind of like, you know, the WCW days where wrestlers, you know, thought that they could do everything. You know, book everything, book themselves in title matches, and, you know, that led to the downfall of WCW. And, you know, I don't see that being a concern here at RCW, but, you know, that's definitely a concern for things going forward for Austin Lee and Jason Moreno. Jason Moreno being the BTV champion after in his third match in RCW here is a cover and a kick out. He beat Brian Outlaw for that title in his third match. And again, Darby Allin trying to get this over early, and he gets a 2 count this time. Irish whip into the corner. Couple of punches here. Nothing too crazy. Austin Lee getting out of that predicament now. Austin Lee now taking Darby. Now you have to wonder, is Jason Moreno going to play a factor in this matchup? So far, nobody really has. In terms of, you know, causing disruptions here is an X Factor, that face buster right there. Into the cover and a kick out. He's telling everybody to be quiet here. Oh, look at that neck breaker. Reminds me of the heads in bed from Sinister. Haven't seen him in quite some time either. Is that splash, and Darby Allin's trying to get it over with in a kick out at 1. I've seen a lot of these quick counts here. Not sure what Darby Allin's trying to prove here. You know, if he's got something to prove to Moxley, like, or that he feels like he needs to prove to Moxley. It's Darby Allin. Darby Allin, what a rana. Off of the top there. And another cover and a kick out at 2. Again, Darby Allin just trying to get this over with very early, and I don't understand why. Is Austin Lee charging something? Oh, what a kick right to the face from the corner. And now Austin Lee is right back in it, but Darby Allin refusing to go down here. Oh, reversal. 1, 2, he's got Darby Allin and a kick out. He almost had him there. And now Austin Lee possibly going for the double rotation moonsault here, but Darby Allin knows he's getting up to his feet. Austin Lee thinks against it. Very wise, though. I love his thinking X Factor again. And now he's going up. Might be down enough for that double rotation moonsault. But again, he decides against it. Darby Allin was down for a bit there. As Austin Lee tried to get something going there after getting up that quickly, but to no avail there, as a clothesline from Darby Allin ends that. When Austin Lee tried to drop him right there, and Darby Allin going up top here, looking for the senton right there on Austin Lee. 1, 2, and a kick out from Austin Lee. The excellence of arrogance still. killing it here. Does Austin Lee caught the foot, and again, there was an issue there, but Darby Allin hesitated, and that allowed Austin Lee to take over. And a DDT, the Spider Monkey DDT right there, going all the way up for that one. Darby Allin might be in trouble here. Look at this submission. Submission locked in here, right onto Darby Allin. The pressure on the back and neck of Darby here, but Darby seems to get out of it pretty quickly. And a stunner right off of the apron there. As the referee begins to count of 20 under RCW rules here. Darby Allin with a chop block right to the knee. Those knee pads only protect you so much here. So look at the twist of fate there, right on the outside. Now right into the barricade here. There's Darby Allin running with a kick right to the face. Off of the barricade goes Austin Lee. Now Austin Lee in trouble here as Darby Allin going for the senton on the outside and nobody home. Darby Allin lucky. Austin Lee as well, as both men tried to go for something and both men missed. When Darby Allin got the worst of that exchange. As Austin Lee on a roll. Darby Allin just keeps on coming. Look at this. Beautiful connections here from Darby Allin, our Carnage champion. Trying to send a message to his challenger, Jon Moxley, and oh. Look at this. This is just pure, beautiful offense here for Darby Allin, as Darby Allin with a splash right onto Austin Lee. 2, 3, and he's got him. Jason Moreno didn't do anything there. He made quick work of Austin Lee. As Darby Allin celebrates here, but Jon Moxley looking to spoil the fun. And Moxley looking to spoil the celebration as Moxley with an uppercut. And now Moxley with the Northern Lights, and now Jason Moreno joining it. Maybe decided not to. Probably good idea. Drop kick there. Now a snap suplex there from Moxley. And Moxley with a message clear. I'm coming for that title. As Darby Allin gets the victory over Austin Lee, a former world champion. And we'll see Moxley and Darby collide in just 2 days' time for that RCW Carnage Championship. All right, folks, it's about to be virtuous as we have the Virtuosa, our RCW Women's Champion, coming out here, Deonna Purrazzo. And Deonna Purrazzo, she's gotten a little bit arrogant over the past couple weeks. You know, she seems to not be taking Bella Durov, her opponent for that RCW Women's Championship, very seriously at all. And like we've mentioned before, Bella Durov has been in these big title matches, these big implications before, and she hasn't really, for lack of a better term, cashed in on those opportunities. As we have Charlotte Flair going one-on-one with the women's champion. Now Charlotte Flair, a multi-time women's champion in her own right. And some may say that she's only gotten to the place where she's been because she has that last name, but doubt her if you want. She puts on a show and she does a pretty good damn job at doing it. People would dream to be in the position that she is in. Charlotte Flair makes her glamorous entrance. Now, it would be interesting here to see these two face off for the title in the future. Right now, it's a non-title contest as we have this going right on. Now, I've always mentioned before that the virtuoso Deonna Purrazzo is always one step ahead. She always seems to be that way. You know, and that's why she's held this title for so long. You know, she beat Amaya Blackwell for that title. And, you know, right now, she's in this great position. You know, as champion, you know, walking in there one-on-one, you know, she has that champion's advantage. But like I said, you know, the champion's advantage doesn't really matter here in RCW if you think about it, because, you know, with the elevated countouts or countout time, you know, being 20 instead of the traditional 10, you know, it actually favors the challenger. It doesn't really favor the champion in many ways. I don't think. You could argue both ways, though, that it's a longer count. You know, therefore it gives the champion more time to deliver punishment, but it also gives the challenger the same way. And Charlotte with a moonsault right on to Deonna. And the Queen, Charlotte Flair, the self-proclaimed queen of WWE, killing it here. Now Deonna. In a precarious position here. Charlotte missing with that one. Irish whip into the ropes. Knee right there from Deonna. Oh, and a big boot right off of the bat. What a rope break. And now Charlotte turning around a little bit. And now the figure four. Being locked into the figure eight here. All she's got to do is set the bridge. And she bridged it into the figure eight. Deonna Purrazzo. We might see a tap out here. She's really wrenching on that figure eight. She's gotten so many people to tap out to this maneuver. And Deonna trying so desperately to hang on here. And she breaks out of it. But there was a lot of damage being done there. And she delivers a kitchen sink, a knee of her own, drop kick right to the back of the head there. Now looking for the Costa Nostra pile driver here, right onto Flair, and there it is. The Costa Nostra pile driver. Now she's looking to charge up the Fujiwara armbar. There it is, beautifully locked in here. Let's see about a rope break. I believe it was one of her feet underneath the ropes there. The momentum carried Charlotte Flair. You know, the momentum of setting up. The armbar had cost her. And now Charlotte Flair with those famous Flair chops. Made famous by her father, Ric Flair. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. To be the woman, you gotta beat the woman. And as Charlotte Flair likes to say quite a bit, as she's locking in another figure eight here. On the champion, and Deanna's got nowhere to go. Deanna has nowhere to go here. This is viciously locked in on Deanna. Deanna's still trying to hang on. Deanna was so close there. Could have been over. Deanna Purrazzo still trying to fight out of this. And she does. And now, she's just looking for some space. Just to regroup. And oh, what a knee right to Charlotte. And Deanna going on the offensive now. We have seen this a couple times now. Deanna has gotten in trouble throughout this match. And Charlotte goes in to that barricade. She's gotten in trouble a few times here. And you know, it's really hurt Deanna. And we've seen this happen a couple of times in a couple of matches that she has won. It's not absolute dominance. It's just some of it's been pure luck. As Deanna was too busy gloating on the outside there. And now she got caught into those chops again. Look at the back suplex there right to Deanna. Now the women's champion reeling here. As Charlotte works on the arm of Deanna now. She gets back into the ring and resets that count. Charlotte, the veteran. Helping herself here. Now Deanna. She's a champion in her own right. Impact Knockouts champion. Impact Women's Tag Team champions with Chelsea Green. So she's no stranger to that, but and I would have to say, you know, being as young as she is, she's got plenty of time to go. And there's Bella Durov. There's her opponent. And Charlotte Flair waits for the right time, rolls up Deanna. Into a pin combination here. 1, 2, she might have the champion, and she's got her. Charlotte Flair pulled a fast one. As she scored a pin over Deanna, and somehow, and Deanna is aggravated. She cannot believe what just happened there. Well, the referee's decision is final. And surprisingly, Bella Durov probably didn't come out here trying to align herself with Charlotte, but she helped Charlotte get the victory. Deanna, like I've always said, usually one step ahead, but this time, Bella Durov one step ahead of the Virtuosa. Will she be that way come Sunday? Will she be women's champion? We'll find out this Sunday. All right, folks, we are here at your main event as we have Kevin Owens coming out here, the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. He's going to stun the world. And now I can confirm 2 entrants for both matches, for the women, Ace in the Hole, and for the men's. Kevin Owens being one. His opponent in this matchup, Drew McIntyre, being another. We have Luna Outlaw and Io Shirai being two women in that matchup as well. It is 6 men and 6 women. And the rest will remain a mystery. You guys will have to find out. The rest of the contenders there. We have Drew McIntyre coming out here. You will have to find out the rest of the participants or contenders for those briefcases. Who is going to be Miss Ace and Mr. Ace? Now, those briefcases will work as follows. The briefcase holder will have a choice in what title they want to go after. They can go after the United States title, the World title, the Carnage title. On the women's side, you can go after, you can go after the Glam title, the Dream Championship, and the Women's Championship. And as well, for the men, they can go after the BTV Championship as well. So there's a lot of titles that, you know, they can decide to go after. It's all dependent on what the participant wants to do. And so all of the champions are going to have their head on a swivel because, you know, that could be you being the one getting cashed in. Kevin Owens had stolen the briefcase when it was the lottery briefcases. It's a DDT and a kick out at 1. And it was Ricochet who had rightfully won that briefcase, but it was Kevin Owens who stole it from the backstage area there. And I believe it was the RCW Recoil pay-per-view all those seasons ago. And cashed it in on Brian Outlaw. I believe it was season 6. Unofficially becoming the world champion. Then we had to strip Kevin Owens of the world title because he didn't earn it. And it was given back to Brian Outlaw and Brian Outlaw, you know, gave Ricochet that shot. And I believe it was Brian Outlaw who ended up retaining it as a result. But imagine though, you know, because that helped Brian out, to be honest with you. You know, him stealing the briefcase, that helped Brian out. Because, you know, imagine if Ricochet, the rightful owner, got that opportunity, he would be champion right off the bat. And so that kind of ruined Ricochet's moment. Kevin Owens and Brian Outlaw used to be friends at one point. He's lifting up Drew McIntyre. Oh, look at that. The pile driver right there. Right on to Drew McIntyre at a kick out. Again, these are 2 participants in the men's Ace in the Hole match. It's a DDT right there to Owens. And Owens is up to 1 knee now. Drew McIntyre now with a future shock DDT, dropping Owens. 1, 2, to get the win over Owens and a kick out at 2.5. Drew McIntyre, a little irritated there by the result. No, Owens up and down from Drew McIntyre. Look at the strength. It's Drew McIntyre is charging up the Claymore kick right here from the corner. The Claymore kick caught Owens flush. 1, 2. No, Owens got the shoulder up at 2.5. There it is. Beautifully from Owens. Pretty soon, these two, in just 2 days' time, they are going to battle for that briefcase to have a chance of a lifetime. But they also have some other guys there that they'll have to contend with. As Owens hammering away on that chest of McIntyre. Irish whip into the ropes. Oh! Tried for maybe the pop-up powerbomb, but decided not to. Missing a couple of the chops there. Not really. A little disoriented is Owens. Now McIntyre. Going back right where he started here. Oh! Just launching Owens. Now, you know, I've seen this different attitude in Owens. You know, he's not the evil, self-centered son of a bitch that we used to see. Now, maybe he can use that momentum, use this change in attitude to his advantage in that matchup at Double Down. Irish whip off of the ropes. Tried for the pop-up powerbomb, but denied. Claymore kick out of nowhere. Right there from Drew McIntyre. 1, 2. Owens again. With a shoulder up at 2. And now Owens is bleeding as McIntyre launching himself off of the top rope there. I don't know if that was such a good idea. As he was lifting up Owens and took a little bit too long there. Now Owens. Pile driver, no. Clothesline there from Drew. Now looking for the future shock DDT perhaps, but now Owens. Owens tried for something there. Couldn't quite connect with it. Oh! Drew McIntyre using that strength and the height difference. You can see the size difference here between these two men. It seems like McIntyre's just towering over Owens. Now McIntyre with those punches. Oh, look at that spine buster. 1. No. Owens, eyes on the prize. That's why he's called the prize fighter. Tried for the clothesline and missed it. Drew sidestepped it. Irish whip. Now McIntyre grabbing Owens by the head and a shot right to the back there and sending him back into the ring. Now look at his shoulder hold, but a rope break there as his foot was underneath the rope. You guys saw it. Cameraman got a decent view there. Tried for the Claymore kick again, but no avail. No, not this time. Now Owens looking for this pile driver here. Beautifully connected with it. Now Owens. Stunner! Right on a McIntyre. But a rope break saved McIntyre as his arm looked to be underneath the rope there. And a clothesline for good measure. As Owens in a good position now. Irish whip. Tried. McIntyre caught him. Future shock DDT. 1, 2. Owens. Kick out. And McIntyre still can't believe it. McIntyre is livid as he's going to charge up another Claymore kick. Looking for it. Oh, there it is. Right on the button. 2, 3. And McIntyre ends Owens. Well, what a match. What a contest from McIntyre and Owens. But those two will meet again in the Ace in the Hole match in just 2 days' time, along with other participants. 4 other participants, 6 men, 6 women, with all the chance of a lifetime to be Mr. Ace and Miss Ace in the Hole. It's McIntyre gets the victory.
Starlight, star bright. The first star I see tonight. I wish I might have this wish. I wish tonight.